Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Dr. Herbert Harris, and this is Motivation Monday. Mm, mm, mm. Thank you so much for joining us today. Wow, let's see. Sherry Shar, the real estate shark, Innovate Champions. Wow, April Wagner. April, thanks for joining us. Quentin, Q-Man. All right, Lynette. Welcome everyone to a Motivation Monday. As we kick off a new week, we get ready to really continue our journey into this new year. You know, what you say, babe from Mississippi? Thanks for joining us. You know, when we look at a new year, we start into this new year with such great hopes and expectations. And one of the key things is to continue the vibration. You know, as we approach January, we think about great possibilities for this year, that some of the good things we're going to be, some of the good things we're going to do, some of the things we want to have. And so it's so important during this first month of the year to establish your rhythm, of getting things done. Morning, Sade. Thank you. Once you establish your rhythm for getting things done this month, then a lot of the things that you'll be doing from now on will be automatic. Establish your schedules. You know, try to get into a regular schedule where you go to bed a certain time, you get up a certain time, where you lay out your plans the night before for the next day, where you, during each day, at least 3 times a day. And when we talk about reading your goals over every day, we talk about it over and over. But if you don't set specific times to read them, it will not get done. So many of us who are entrepreneurs, whatever our goals are for our businesses, to read it over at least 3 times a day, whatever our goals are for our lives, to read them over at least 3 times a day at specific times. Now, I recommend, shortly after you get up. So not like I had to change my get up time. And the reason I changed my get up time this year was I was running out of time at the end of the day. One of my good friends many years ago, Jeff Roberti, who's a legend in network marketing. I think Jeff is with Juice Plus now, but he's a master trainer. And Jeff said, you have to give yourself more time during the day to work on your dream. How do you get more time during the day? And one of the things was to expand my day forward. Because what always happens, and I'm sure it probably happens to you, you run out of time at the end of the day and you go like, man, I didn't get this done, I didn't get that done. So in order to expand my day, I made a switch to go to bed at 11 and to get up at 5:30. And that has freed me up. It's like I have now 2 or 3 more hours of the day to work, and I'm still getting my rest. You see, that was something important. I was expanding my day at the end of the day. So instead of going to bed at 11, I was going to bed at 12:30, 1 o'clock, because I had my list of things to do and I had not gotten them done yet. So now that is my new rhythm now. 11 o'clock, I watch the news. By 11:30, I'm literally in the bed pulling the covers up. And believe me, I go to sleep so fast, it's amazing. I mean, I don't have a sleep curve. I have a sleep like jump, like you jump off the wall. When I close my eyes, I'm gone. And what I have found, that has given me more time now. So now it's what, 8 o'clock. I've already done my meditation. I've already done my exercise. And I've actually had my breakfast. So literally from this point on, I can be flat out. So let us work on that this month to really establish the rhythm that you can stick with for the rest of the year. You know, many of us, we're on a 21-day challenge right now. And one of the reasons I I created the 21-day challenge was I wanted you to get in the habit of doing something every day. And so on Instagram, well, on Facebook, on our Facebook page, on our LinkedIn page, Dr. Herbert Harris, and on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, Herbert Harris, Millionaire Maker. So every day I post a new video. So now we're up, today is day 13. Okay. And so the point is, I wanted to establish a rhythm to get things done, because the momentum that you establish right now will carry you through the year. As a part of that, we've been really promoting our product, the New You for the New Year Success Bundle. And really, everybody listening, I recommend that you go get it. It's $77. But let me tell you, you get everything you need. It's like your success toolbox. You get everything you need to get anything you want. You have the digital version of the 12 Universal Laws of Success, of course. But you have something that nobody else has. That package includes the 12 Universal Laws of Success audiobook. And that's over 6 hours of recorded information. I recorded it personally. You also have the complete New You for the New Year home study course. And this course is what you need to transform your life from what it is to what you want it to be. This is your toolbox for success. It has the audios on how to study, how to assess your present situation, how to make the life changes that can transform you to make you greater than ever, how to set new goals, how to lay out an action plan. Now that alone is worth more than $77. But then we have some other stuff that nowhere else you'll find. We have a nice audio for the entrepreneurs, a nice audio on wealth building in trying times. The coming out of this pandemic to start to create wealth and build your business is critical. We also have the Law of Command audio, which helps you reprogram your mind. In the beginning is the word. The world was spoken into existence. What you say about yourself determines your life. And then we have an actual recording of a 12 Universal Laws of Success seminar. You can take that and walk it through and go through the book, and that alone will transform your life. So all of that is available at our website, herbertharris.info, www.herbertharris.info. And I implore you to go and share it with other people. Join, get your home study course, get your success bundle, and then become a part of this overall success network. There's people who are trying to be more, do more, have more, and experience more. I want to change channels now. And I want to talk about something that really holds it all together. We can go through all of the mechanical and transformations of creating success, but it always comes down to love. It always comes down to love. So what do you mean, Dr. Harris? Well, love is that vibration that when you have it, it uplifts you. It makes you feel better about yourself. It makes you feel better about your day. I listen to people speak of love, and anytime love hurts, that's not love. Anytime you have to make an excuse for a person's behavior, that's not love. And love is so powerful because everything we do, the first law of success says, a mind shall become whatsoever it thinks in its heart. That's your emotional nature. And so when we talk about love, love is that emotional nature. And so the relationship we have with everything in our experience really determines our level of success and our level of joy. And think about this. So often you hear people talk about saying, I want to be happy. I want to be a millionaire. I want to have gold. I want to have diamonds. I want to have Rolls Royces and all that. But really and truly, what they really want is to be happy. That's it. And so love is a process that can help make you happy. Let's look at some types of love. And you know, once again, this is from a portion of our book called The Harmonic Relationships. Harmonic Relationships in chapter 9 on the law of relationships, and in the introduction. But harmonic relationships are now, how do you relate to things so that the relationship uplifts you? You see, if you're on a success journey and you don't have a right relationship, for example, with your source, and I'm not talking religion or anything like that, I'm just saying that it's important to have a relationship that puts you in the context of a bigger picture, which says that you have a purpose for your living. You see, when you have a purpose for your living, when you realize that I am put on this planet for a good purpose, when you have a purpose for your living, it now changes the context of everything you're operating in. And so when the trials and tribulations, when some of the bumps in the road, some of the things happen that can pull you off track, when you have that relationship with your source, then you can say, what is the good purpose that I am placed here to perform? And so when you hit a bump in the road, you can ask, instead of woe is me, you can say, what is the good lesson that I must learn from this experience to help move me to my purpose? So once that number one relationship is established, that love with your purpose, that love with your source, that love with the greater picture that you were placed here for a divine purpose, and that the essence of life is to discover and live that purpose. The second order of love. Wow. Quentin, you know, folks, we have our badges, and we appreciate it when you purchase a badge. And Quentin has been so, Quentin, you are just so dutiful, man, and I appreciate your support. You know, these badges, it pops up, and, you know, once again, that's showing a love, Quentin, that you love our message, that you appreciate it, and I thank you so much. And those others of you who'd like to get a badge, go on and click and get a badge. We appreciate it. It helps validate, it really helps uplift us. There's nothing like feeling that you've been heard. The second relationship of love is to love yourself. And see, this relationship of love, of loving yourself now, is predicated on saying, well, I am created for a good purpose. Therefore, everything I am is congruent with the good purpose for which I was created. So when life is such that, you know, we're born, we don't necessarily pick the families we're born into. That's a whole another level of thought and expression. But when we come into, namaste, thank you, Quentin. When we come into this life plane and we come with a purpose, then now when things happen to us, like I say, if our family, like we may have been raised in a family of criticism, negativity, meanness, abuse, lack of love, and all those things impact us, impact our vibration. And literally when we are raised in that environment of fear and just lack of love, it can create a box around us, a wall where we're fearful of everything and everybody. But we begin to break through that wall by loving ourselves, by saying whatever that is, whatever this outside experience was, it is not who I am. This abuse does not define me. This negativity and criticism does not define me. That whatever the things are in life that are not congruent with your goodness, with your joy, with your good health, with your happiness, with your love, with your success, with your prosperity, with your abundance, with your money. So learn to love yourself. The master teacher says, physician, heal thyself. And so this process of learning to love yourself is about looking at who you really are, you know, what you will accept. Good morning, Kenya. Thanks for joining us. Great, great. Sydney, thanks for joining us. And so this love of self, and I thank you joined at just the right time, Kenya. Kenya is a personal trainer for celebrities, and he helps people achieve like a physical being and a spiritual being, the weight loss. And so many times I'm sure people come to Kenya's gym and Kenya's program because they want to transform their bodies so they can feel better about themselves. And so this is all a part of loving yourself, even loving yourself, your physical appearance. Now, who tells you whether you're good looking or ugly or that's the world, man. Then in learning to love yourself, you look in that mirror and I don't care what you see. You say it's beautiful. You look in that mirror and I don't care what you say. You look good. You look in that mirror and I don't care what you say. You say, I feel great today. You see, when you learn to love yourself, then you'll take better care of yourself. You'll treat yourself better. So if it's weight loss, if it's exercise, if it's stuff that you need to handle your physical body, then now loving yourself says, let me get it done. Now it's worth the sacrifice. Why am I out here at 5 o'clock pumping iron and doing these exercises with Kenya? Because I love myself and I know that I want to have better health. Because I love myself and I see myself in a certain way. So love yourself. The third order of love is love for other people. Once again, each order of love is predicated on the one before. If you don't love your source and recognize you have a divine purpose, then it's hard to love yourself. Once you love yourself and realize that you're a spiritual being having a human experience, and you love yourself, you feel good about yourself, you honor yourself, now you can enter into that third order of love, the love of other people. So now you bring to that relationship a feeling of goodness about yourself. You bring to that relationship a definition of who you are. You know, as I watch people interact, people treat you the way you permit them to treat you. And you permit them to treat you in a way that confirms how you feel about yourself. Some people have such a hunger to be loved, such a hunger to be needed, such a hunger for other people's praise, for other people's adulation. The hunger for outside relationship is so strong that it can literally bury who they really are. And so look for relationships with other people that based on that honors who you are in the first place. Any relationship does not add value to your life, and I'm not talking about money, you know, that helps. I'm not discounting it, okay? But any relationship that does not add value to your life is not good. Any relationship that does not bring joy and purpose is not good. I was giving a talk once and someone said, well, Dr. Harris, what about a job where people, you know, don't like you, don't respect you? I said, how do you deal with that? Well, think about this. Why are you on that job? So when you identify your purpose for being there, what is that thing that job brings you? You say, well, hey, I need experience. Well, then you figure out a way. Let me understand this person or this institution and how it deals with me, because I am willing to sacrifice now to get the experience I need to move on. That is not who I am, the way that they want to treat me. And I protect myself to get what I need. And so in relationships with people, before you get into a relationship, always know who you're dealing with. Steve Harvey said 90 days before you really get intimate with a person. Why is that? It's because over those 90 days, you'll learn who that person really is. And see, the fact that you already know who you are, now you have a critical standard by which to judge. You know, one of the most powerful things is say, these are things you cannot do to me. Then in a relationship, to have a clear definition of the things you will not accept, your boundaries. And boundaries, we call them hard boundaries, boundaries that you do not permit people to cross Because trust me, the moment somebody else crosses that boundary one time and treats you in a way that dishonors you, they'll be back. No matter what they say, no matter how many apologies they make, they'll be back. And so this relationship with other people should be a relationship that adds value to you, brings joy to you, and adds value to another person, brings joy to them. Then the fourth order of love is love for things. Things, that's the money thing. That's a thing, money thing. Things, money thing, are awesome servants, but terrible masters. So the relationship between things is that you must be the master of things. So you don't need somebody's jacket with somebody else's name on it to say you're a good person. You're a good person because you say you're a good person. You feel you're a good person. So you may have that name, that jacket with the name on it, but it's not to define you. So many times people wear that, a jacket or whatever it is, a pocket, a hat, a pocketbook, whatever, with somebody else's name on it to try to define themselves in terms of somebody else's value. With the guy, Louis Vuitton, I'm not knocking Louis Vuitton, but if you're wearing that Louis Vuitton because, man, I love it, looks good on me, hallelujah. But if you're wearing that Louis Vuitton to say, I want people to see it and think I'm a good person. I want people to think and think I have money. So relationship with things should serve you. You should never serve things. And we have a love with results. Before that love, we have a love of goals. When we establish our goals, we must be able to love our goals and love our goals in a way that we have the capacity now to do what's necessary to make it happen. So if you have to sacrifice money, sacrifice time, sacrifice your efforts to get something done, to achieve a particular goal, that's okay. So right relationship with goals, your goals should be objectives that enhance your worth. Objectives that add value to your body, to your mind, to your spirit. And so when you start to set goals for yourself, that love of the goal must be goals that are congruent with your purpose. See, it always goes back to why you're put here. That's why that's so important. So now you can establish and develop goals that are congruent with your purpose. And these goals now will be aligned with who you really are. And the interesting thing is, when you're on the path of doing the things that really resonate with your soul, it's like magic. Someone says, once you love your job, you'll never work again. Once you love that goal, it will be automatically attracted to you. And then finally, we must understand the love of results. I see people like, I love money. I love this. But love of results in the sense that the results that you get in your life are the result of and congruent with your purpose. And so when the results are not the ones that you expected them to be, look at it as a learning experience. You know, people often say failure is a dress rehearsal for success. So therefore, whatever results you get in your life, when you have the proper love relationship with the results, then you look at every experience as either a victory or a lesson. But in any event, it's necessary for your growth. So I know we've taken a little extra time today, but I just wanted to really help us this first month of the year get a good relationship and understand with love, because love is the most powerful emotion on the planet. Love is right relationship with your source to understand that you're here for a purpose. Love is right relationship with yourself to realize that you're a good purpose, that you were created for divine things, to do good things, to bring light to the world. Love in your relationship with other people, that you you add value to other people's lives and you have other people add value to your life. That every relationship is one of honor, respect, and balance. Love for things, where things are your servants. See, money things, material things are your servants and never your master. Love for your goals. To have that right relationship, that emotional relationship that is so strong that you put the law of attraction into action, put whatever you desire into your life experience. And love with results. Honoring, loving, receiving every experience as a necessary part of your growth. The victories bring you joy, and the lessons bring you enlightenment. Just let that sink in for a moment. So let me just go back to the toolbox for success. Many times when you have the tools you need to create the success in your life, the toolbox, our special offering to close out this month and our 21-day challenge, the new you for the new year success bundle. The purpose of this, utilize your servants to fulfill your purpose. Thank you so much. All right, Laura Me, thank you. That's so powerful. So I want each and every one of you to go to our website, herbertharris.info, because a lot of this manifesting of the love means that you need to have the mechanics in place. And that new you for the new year success bundle has everything you need to build from the inside out to manifest love in each of its different levels, to give you the strength to sacrifice, the strength to overcome, the strength to say, no matter what, I already have everything I need to get everything I want. The success bundle is your toolbox for success. Once again, the 12 Universal Laws of Success audio book, digital book. And by the way, the workbook comes with it. The 12 Universal Laws of Success audio book, over 6 hours of recorded information. The complete home study course with all the audios on how to assess your situation, how to make the changes in your life, how to set new goals, and how to make a plan that you can execute over the next year to create the year of your dreams. It has other bonus audios, and the workbook for the 12 Universal Laws of Success, the 12 Universal Laws of Success audio seminar, the law of command that helps you reprogram your mind to recreate your world exactly the way you want it to be. $77. Go to our website, www.herbertharris.info, and get your new you for the new year success bundle. And so it is. Thank you so much for being with us today. It's been a different kind of talk, but I sure value your presence. Thank you for the badges that are bought. Quentin, every day you have really supported us, man, and I really, 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 really appreciate that. And each and every one of you, Vonda Flake, thank you. Vondell Lake, thank you. Kenya, it's always a joy to see you, my brother. I love watching your videos, and I'm doing the exercises. I've actually lost 5 pounds, so I'm getting it on the fly. But each and every one of you today to always know that you have the capacity to create the life exactly the way you want it to be. That you can be whatever you want to be. That you can do anything you desire. That you can have any wish. You are your own genie. You have the capacity to create your life this year, this day, exactly the way you want it to be. Always knowing that the best is yet to come. Be sure to go to our website, www.herbertharris.info. So it is. Here we go. We have faded on out with the music. I'm going to sing a little bit. This is for you. Now, here it comes. I often sit and wonder how things could be this way. I guess we'd better tell them this is a brand new day. Don't leave it up to the other man or to another day. Take your life into your hands. Make it work out your way. It's not the number of times you stumble down and fall upon the ground. It's the number of times you pick yourself up and keep on moving on to meet your goals. All right, folks, Dr. Herbert Harris saying thank you so much for being with us, always knowing